Europeans wanted to compete with other traders. To do this, they had to develop better maps, navigation instruments, and ships. Ptolemy was a mathematician and an astrologer. He discovered that the earth was round. A Dutch artist, Jan Vermeer, often painted people in the middle of their work. The astrologer depicts the research and work connected to map making, which is very complex. Before Ptolemy, maps were flat, like this one. During the Renaissance, information about Africa and Asia were added to Ptolemy's maps. The Americas were still undiscovered. Explorers believed the easiest way to get to Asia from Europe was to sail west. Their discoveries opened up new possibilities for trade and settlement.
Okay, go.
Navigation instruments were equally important as accurate maps. The compass is one of the most important instruments to be developed. The compass was originally started in the 1100s when European navigators learned they could magnetize an iron needle by rubbing it on a piece of lodestone. Lodestone is a magnetic rock. They then floated the needle on water and discovered that it always pointed north. During the 1200s and 1300s, a true compass was created by putting a needle on top of a card marked with directions.
Through the 1400s, galleys, which were long, clumsy ships, were used by European sailors. They used simply the wind and sailed along coastlines. To steer the boat in a way that didn't correspond with the wind, they had to use large wooden oars. In the late 1400s, Spanish and Portuguese designers made important advances. They built ships that were longer and larger than galleys, with a change in size and shape of the sails. They moved the rudder from the side of the ship to the rear. Ships could travel more quickly. New exploration continues with improved ways of doing business and basic economic practices. These changes were so great that from the late 1400s to the 1700s, historians refer to it as the Commercial Revolution. Without a standard system of money, European trade was restricted. The value of coins fluctuated because of how much precious metal they contained. Coins were able to be produced in Italy in the late 1200s, when they discovered the gold florin of Florence and the ducat of Venice. Now, with the fixed value of money, banks could store a large amount of money and lend it to governments or businesses to travel overseas.